So we expected this to happen about 50 minutes ago, so the departure is delayed. President Trump taking off for London. Apparently he's taking questions right now. We can see some alerts come across the wires here. So once that video is available to us, you'll hear it. And then we'll see Marine One take off for Andrews. And off we go to London for the next 2.5 days, which should be a substantial trip. And we'll watch it from there.
And apparently he might be making an announcement on TikTok because we have a potential breakthrough in a key point of contention between Washington and Beijing, the U.S. reaching a framework deal with China on TikTok. It came about during trade talks between the two countries in Madrid. And it paves the way for President Trump and Chinese leader Xi to hammer out the details over the phone on Friday.
Mr. President, you had the framework that's been agreed to with TikTok, for example. Will China continue to have a stake in the company?
Well, we haven't decided that, but it looks to me, and I'm speaking to President Xi on Friday for confirmation of that, and it was a very big meeting with China. And, you know, they're treating us with respect. We treat them with respect, too. But it was very successful.
All right, let's bring in Kevin O'Leary, chairman of the O'Leary Ventures, who was trying to buy TikTok himself. Kevin, good morning to you. I believe the president just said, as he is departing the White House, that we have a deal, although we don't know who it is, what U.S.-backed buyer is actually buying this company. Do you know anything about who this U.S.-backed buyer might be? It's not you, is it?
Let me set the table. There's never been a lack of interested buyers to form a syndicate to buy this asset. It's one of the most valuable media companies in America, 172 million users. What's been missing until 48 hours ago was a seller. That's Qi. ByteDance, that owns TikTok US, is controlled by the golden share held by Qi. So only he can decide its fate. And what we understand now, and what the president said, is he's coming to the table as a seller. Everybody wants a piece of this deal, believe me. The question is under what terms, because lawmakers have been all over the news today saying, wait a second, we passed a law unanimously withheld up by the Supreme Court 9-0 that says you can't use the Chinese algorithm. So we make the assumption going into this deal that we're going to have to rewrite the code. And so whoever ends up owning this or has a piece of it is motivated to rewrite the code because of the penalty imposed by Congress, billions of dollars if you don't abide by the law. So all of these moving parts at play, we'll find out probably Friday whether Qi's a seller or not, and the games will begin. There's a tremendous amount of excitement about this. There's never been a deal like this in history, but undoubtedly, there'll be an oversight committee of lawmakers who wrote the law watching how this code gets rewritten to make sure American data is not on Chinese servers.
Are you optimistic that it does actually finalize, that we do see this go through? It's taken a very long time. And like you said, we're not sure if she's a seller yet. I mean, what's he going to get out of this?
Well, it's going to take a lot longer than people think, but I'm more optimistic today than I've ever been. And I'll tell you why. It's the first time that Xi has indicated he'll make this part of an overall deal. I think it's getting rebundled into a China deal. But here's the problem. If you know with certainty that lawmakers will not let you keep the existing algorithm, you need to buy some time to rewrite it and then transfer the 172 million users onto the new platform. It's currently residing on Oracle servers in Texas and in West Virginia. Sorry, East Virginia, I should say. And those are going to stay, and that's why Oracle stock has had such a huge move today. That's assumed in the deal. So I look at it and say to myself, okay, how long will Trump give on this next extension on midnight on the 17th to allow the buying syndicate to rewrite this whole thing? It's going to have to be between 11 and, 18 months. But that's a small give. If you know with certainty Congress buys off on the idea that you can rewrite it. And in Trump's first term, you could have never proposed a rewrite. But now with AI, it's not so hard. This thing could be rewritten in a matter of months and assure lawmakers and Americans who use it that no Chinese spyware is still in there. And that's really the problem. It's been deemed spyware by Congress and the Supreme Court. We got to remove the spyware, rewrite the code, and then this will become one of America's largest media companies. It's a huge asset. By the way, it's only worth under 10% of the overall market cap of ByteDance globally. So that's worth around 34 to 40 billion right now, maybe.
Yeah, there's a lot of kids watching right now, hoping that this is it, that Trump's made a deal and they get to keep their TikTok app and keep making those videos. Kevin O'Leary, thanks for joining us on this breaking news.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.